3, 2, 1. We're actually live right now. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing start to the morning. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that we have going on. I'm going to try to make Weston and I a little bit smaller just because we're not that important. I think we could all agree that this might be a little bit more important. One of the things that I want to talk about is this pretty solid recovery on /CL/NG. Had a huge push up. It's actually pulling back a little bit now, but it had a huge push up /CL. Look at that. Nice uptrend. This is where it closed at on Friday. This is where it opened at on Sunday. So it's been showing signs of an uptrend ever since what is that? Like 4 to 5 o'clock yesterday, Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds for everyone to start tuning on in. I'm just going to make sure. I'm pretty sure I shared it in the chat. Yeah, there we go. So I want to make sure everyone gets it. So here we go. It is 8:26. You know what I forgot? I think I forgot to pay my credit card bill. It's 8:25. Jeez. Oh, man. I think I forgot. /NG. There's one credit card that I do not have on automatic bill payment, and I forgot to pay it yesterday. So, what's going on, Jonathan? What's going on, Jalen? What's going on, Keel? What's going on, Braxton? The Greenery, Max, Sajib, the boys, Ryan, Woodstock, Linlin, King C. We got the whole squad here. I like it. What's going on, Jeff, Gary, Jeremy? Hope you guys are all having a good start to the morning. So is there anything that you guys are paying attention to? So I think the really cool thing that we could point out right now is that natural gas is showing signs of a pullback. What's going on, Jay Burke? Burke? I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but welcome to your first live stream. /NG is aggressively selling off. One of the reasons that I might be very weary of getting in is the MACD and the RSI are already very oversold, so we could find a support anywhere around this general area. So it makes sense on why it's pulling back. Okay, sweet, I got it. It makes sense on why it's pulling back, but also one of the things that you want to take into consideration is as something is uptrending, it's most likely going to try to find a support pretty soon, unless it just aggressively corrects itself. But MACD and the RSI, I think we could all agree that it makes sense on why it could find a support within this general area. So DGAS probably just shot up. Look at that. Nice little bounce off the EMA line. There it goes. 2.2%. That would have not been a bad start to the morning. Ooh. What's your goal today, Wes?
1.5. I have 1 day trade.
Oh, you're gonna go for the same percent that I go for?
What should I go for?
Oh, I'm just asking. I thought you said for the $1,000 challenge, you're gonna try to aim for 2.5% a day. I mean, a week.
Is that what we said?
Well, that's what it amounts to. That's 10% growth a month.
Oh, okay.
You think you can do it?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Weston out here.
Yeah, I can do it.
People are saying that Weston's high.
Dude, I just woke up, man. That'd be crazy if I was at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh my god, yeah. There we go.
And I put new context in.
Here we go. /NQ. One of the things that I'm liking about what's going on right now is that, do you see this? /NQ, /ES are showing patterns of it potentially correcting itself. So at the end of the day, it might end up having to correct itself. It was showing signs of an uptrend. It's now trading below the overall SMA line and making lower lows and lower highs. So if this continues, I'm just going to set my alert for the sake of it to see if this thing continues to sell off. So again, I am looking for something with a super clear direction of something actively uptrending or something overextended that's due for a pullback. And I am just not getting that right now. Other than natural gas, right, and this pullback that it had, we got /CL, and it's showing signs of a consistent uptrend pattern. It's, So right now that means that UWT is absolutely just ripping it. It's up about almost 8% on the day, right? So there we go. Yeah, about 7% based off previous close. So the wood. All right, drive safe, man. But as of right now, yeah. So I'm gonna set an alert for a potential change of direction. Is there anything that you guys are watching right now? And again, I'm just asking you. Anything that you guys are watching right now that's a good deal, right? And that is actively trending up. That's a question that I have for you. So here we go. Just like we expected, natural gas beginning to show signs of an uptrend, right? So we have people saying, well, not UWT. UWT is actively uptrending and it's pulling back right now, so that wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah.
RKDA. Let's see. Nope. Overall, SMA line was showing signs of an uptrend. Now it's just consolidating so much that it makes sense on why it would pull back. That would not make sense. So JDST is pushing up. Why? Because the market is correcting itself a little bit, right? So as the market continues to correct itself, then JDST will then most likely follow. So yeah, it is pushing up, and as long as the market continues to recover, JDST will most likely continue to push up. So in all honesty, like is this a good deal? On the day, no. Overall, with how much it sold off, maybe. And if the overall direction, again, to not overcomplicate it, just think about it for a little bit. If the overall direction, you still want to do your part in getting in for a good deal, right? So even if you could, we'll wait for a pullback to the EMA line or something like that, just do your part in getting in for a good deal. So if it breaks its pattern, your losses are much smaller than what they can be, right? So at the end of the day, if something continues to uptrend, there's nothing wrong with going with the flow, right? So you guys is actually beginning to show signs of a potential reversal. What do you think about this, Wes? So we got /NG here. So you guys overall, it's a nice uptrend pattern. So what do you think about?
I mean, I guess you would day trade it, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I kind of like it.
You do?
Yeah, I kind of do. Let's see, if I were to buy 2,500, no, it's pulling back again. So I would definitely have to wait for confirmation. Yeah. So, but I like the idea behind it because natural gas right now, and agree or disagree with me, it's up to you guys, right? You guys, whoa. My TOS shut down. Perfect. Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Is our internet still up? Yeah? Are we still good?
I'm in.
Okay. 1 second, guys. Yeah, that was a little... I thought I did something. I thought it submitted the order. And then I was like, oh, geez. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so right now it's so just so you guys could see, I have not taken a position. I just want to make sure that you guys could see that. No position, no working orders, no filled orders, no canceled orders. Just like we start every single morning with a fresh start, right? Are we still live? Yeah, that didn't shut down, right? Okay. What's the logic of trading only natural gas, oil, and etc., not other stocks? It's not that there's like a reason that you should do it as well. It's I have found there to be I have found myself to be very consistent in trading those patterns. Right now, I've actually been trading, and you can ask everyone within Learn Plan Profit if you're new. I've been focusing a lot more on crude oil now lately because of the volatility, a little bit more than U gas or D gas or natural gas. Why is everything shutting down? What just shut down? Okay. At the end of the day, I just have found there to be patterns that are a little bit more easy to understand, right? And to be able to identify. And because of that, I choose to focus on them. At the end of the day, I never will ever tell anyone that they should trade ETFs because I trade them by any means. That is completely irrelevant to anybody, right? If you see value in them, great. If you don't, then guess what? You don't have to trade them. And I think that's the really beautiful thing about them is like, we're here to empower you to be the best person that you can be, not someone to replicate and mirror everything that I do, right? I just took my first position on UGAS. As I was just talking about not trading much. That didn't really make sense. I was like, yeah, I don't trade UGAS or DGAS much anymore. But let me take a position real quick on UGAS. Well, I mean, the opportunity presents itself. It's an overall uptrend, right? Natural gas, and it got confirmation. So I'm just here to take a position on whatever it is that I think of, I see value in, and to see if it as a good deal, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There it goes. So the last one. So I'm not going to go in too heavy on this, my first overall trade. So one of the things that I like to do if you're new to watching me trade live, I like to average up, meaning that like I'll go in originally. So as you saw, I went in with $30,000, which is about 1/3, right, of pretty much what I trade with. So as and if only something if something shows signs of an uptrend, right? So I see value in natural gas. Why do I see value in natural gas? Well, I explained it, right? It's an overall uptrend. So it sold off. It offered a dip buy. I waited for confirmation. And the MACD looks good. The RSI looks decent. Nothing has to happen altogether. It is overbought. And look, there it goes. If it begins to sell off, then I'll have to cut losses. But I'll only add more to my position size if this thing begins to uptrend. And yeah, I mean, with that being said, we can set a couple of alerts here. And I'll also have to set a couple of alerts if this thing begins to sell off and show signs of a reversal. Then that's a break of pattern. That's a pattern that I no longer see value in, so I'll have to cut losses and manage my risk. So I'm just gonna have, instead of trying to buy more, so right now I'm pretty much at that break even point, so I'm down like $20 or something. So I'm just gonna have my sell order ready, because at the end of the day, again, it's not just thinking about everything that can go right, but it's what can potentially go wrong and taking that into consideration. So what price did it get filled at? I don't know if you saw, but it's pretty much 1363. It's a little bit lower than that, but it's pretty much 1363. I'd rather give you a higher price than a lower price, because some people get offended if you underestimate your ticket. But yeah, you could see right here. So it's like, there it goes, and it quickly changed its overall direction. Where is it? 1362.84. So let's just say 1360. It's actually showing a lot of signs of consolidation. So I actually don't like that. So it's pushing up and then getting rejected, pushing up and then getting rejected, because right now we're back at that break even. So U stock isn't working, and sorry about that. I don't know. I've never used U stock trade or anything like that. RSI does not look pretty. I agree. RSI looks a little rough, right? MACD looks good, yeah. Okay. Okay, so on the 5-minute chart, you guys are saying that it doesn't look as attractive, 100%, right? All these different time frames are going to differentiate, right, because of how they're influenced, right, by how the candles influence these overall indicators. So just because there is some form of uncertainty, right? Are we going to continue to make higher highs? So that's why I'm not even thinking about averaging up right now. So UWT just broke below. Okay, and there it goes. Natural gas pulling back a little bit. Let's see. I want to keep, if this is going to turn into a loss, I'm going to keep my loss small. At least that's the plan, right? That's all I'm here to do. There it goes. Okay, so there's a lot of I'm gonna sell it, and I barely sold it for a profit, right? If you want to take it as that, $34. I know you guys are all super jealous. Way too much consolidation. Again, I'm just trying to have fun with it, but way too much consolidation, not enough action happening. I think a lot of us can agree on that. Because of that uncertainty, again, it's Monday. I'm starting off the week, literally 2 Mondays in a row. I started off at a very rough note, and because of that, I don't want to do that again. So because of that, I would rather have my actions speak louder than my hopes and my desires. I want to end green today, right? I've sucked the past 2 Mondays, and because of that, I want my actions to, speak louder than what I'm wanting. So I would have sold at the break even. Yeah, it did push up a little bit. It doesn't matter. The break even, it's irrelevant, right? There's a lot of consolidation. It's not pushing up, and because of that, there's uncertainty. And even if I sold for a little bit of a loss, even if I sold a little bit for a profit or break even, it doesn't matter. It's, it's the overall direction. The direction is not super clear, and there it goes. It's beginning to pull back. So, but do you guys? I want you guys to all pay attention. It's not about the money. The money is just a tool that we're utilizing to grow our accounts or to potentially lose money, right? Do you understand? Do you understand the reason behind why I decided to sell my position, right? So the reason that I decided to sell my position is I first saw value on natural gas, and I'm not saying that the pattern is not relevant anymore. All I'm saying is that, this thing was supposed to, based off of previous patterns, to show signs of an uptrend, right? And it's consolidating so much that the direction is then unclear. Because of that uncertainty, right? Because the direction is uncertain, right? Or I'm uncertain about where it's heading, I would rather close out my position because the direction of what I'm trading is unclear. That simple. So it's not because I wanted to make more money. It's not because I wanted to. It's the direction is unclear, and I no longer I'd rather get in later, right? So it looks like it's still trying to push up, and if it begins to push up, then we could always get back in, right? Here it goes. It looks like it definitely is trying to push up. A lot of people are talking about /CL. Okay, /CL back at the SMA line. So look at the MACD, look at the RSI. Okay, so we have options now, right? Do we think it's going to bounce here? Or do we think it's going to continue to sell off? So /NQ selling off, it makes sense on then why /CL is following, right? But then also natural gas is beginning to show more signs of it potentially to rally. Exactly. I like that, Chris. Definitely sounds like it clicked, right? It made sense, right? So I like that. Ooh, huge sell-off. Yeah. The volatility right now on natural gas, did you guys just see that? It went from 1370 down to 1360. That volatility, that inconsistency, I'm not for it. I don't even care if it shoots up. I think that's great for those that are willing to accept that risk. Then, if it turns out in your favor, then you've put yourself in a position where you've been able to benefit from that. I'm not willing to put myself in that position to try to benefit from such a risky kind of with just so much uncertainty. So right now, just like, did we not call this out? I'm not saying that we're here to, predict anything, but did we not say that, hey, this thing was showing signs of an uptrend, it began to trade below, right, this overall SMA line, and it's making lower lows and lower highs, so it could continue to potentially sell off. So /CL, just like we got the alert right now, is now indicating signs of a potential sell-off. Again, the MACD and the RSI are super, super oversold. So I think that it might correct itself before it continues to sell off. So with that being said, just be patient. Don't just think that, okay, it's going to rally, right? Like, especially if it can correct itself, then that means that on DWT, we can then potentially get it for a better deal. So let's be patient with this. Guys, it's Monday. I don't know what your weekly goal is, right? I'm going to put my weekly goal here for this week. Because the market has been so inconsistent, my weekly goal on average is about 10 to 12%. My weekly goal this week is 8%. I've been struggling. I've been struggling to consistently stay green because I've been trading a lot of inconsistent patterns. So that's what I'm, focusing on this week, right? We have Weston for his $1,000 challenge. What are you aiming for? Do you know yet?
I guess 2.5% a week.
Are you? Do you think that's too low for you?
I'd probably have to tell you after the first week.
Yeah, to just get the ball rolling, right? So
yeah, we'll start with that.
Okay. So we got Weston at 2.5%.
Are they saying 5? Oh, that's their goals. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's my weekly goal. I like that. 2.5%. We got Renzi with 3%. Braxton at 5%. I like it. %, my 5%. Is Weston swing trading?
Mostly will be swing trading because of the PTT rule.
Yeah, so he's gonna have $1,000 in his account, right? 4% this week, 5 to 6%, 1%. I like it. There's nothing wrong with just wanting to get the ball rolling. As long as, even if your goal is to just manage your risk, right? There's a lot of people that are doing the risk management challenge. And if your whole goal this week, because of the inconsistent market, is just to practice cutting losses, then literally, who cares what everyone else is doing? Who cares what I'm doing? You are here to improve yourself every single day. It doesn't matter how much money I'm making or losing, right? It doesn't matter how much someone is making or losing. It's at the end of the day, focus on yourself and focus how every single week you can slowly begin to get better and better. I like that. Okay, Nicholas, one of the things that I do just want to remind you is because you are out of day trades, if one of your initial swing trades does not go according to plan and it breaks its pattern, one of the things you want to take into consideration is you won't be able to cut losses because you ran out of day trades. So just make sure that you set yourself up for success and that you are at least aware of that, to maybe be a little bit more selective to allow the direction to be fully clear of where it's heading. So, but I know you've been doing a great job with that. So, I like that. So even getting the ball rolling at 1%, right? I like that. Here it goes. /CL is beginning to sell off, right? So that is definitely in favor of DWT. Look at that. I'm going to go in really small right now. I kind of just want to go with the flow. Jesus.
Did you get in?
No. I'm just trying to get in with 20,000. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. I'll wait a little bit now. It's just continuing to sell off. Look at /CL. The more, look, there it goes. Yeah. All right. I'll just wait for it. Wait for a little pullback, right? A little pullback for the boys and the ladies, right? Waiting for a pullback on /CL. I like that. We got Jenny from the block. I don't know. Is that funny? No.
Wait, what's
her name is Jenny.
Oh, I thought her name was Ginny from the block.
No. All right, Jenny's.
That was funny.
I actually don't even know what song that is. I just hear that phrase very often. Here it goes. Pulling back a little bit, right? So One of the other things that I want to point out, right? Ricky, how do you set up your dual monitors on Thinkorswim? So I connect, there's an HDMI cable that connects from that monitor to this one. And all I do is I click on this, and then I like add 2 screens, and then I grab one, and then I put it on the second monitor. So very simple. Ooh, you guys sold off. Don't you think that it's extremely overbought? DT, that is. DT? What's DT? The only thing that it has going for it is higher highs. As of right now, because the market, so do you mean DWT? Oh, okay, yeah. So Friday day trading with your own money. Carlos, that's exciting. Let's prepare for it. So yeah, I do agree that DWT is overbought, and what it does have going for it is the overall pattern and direction. So because of that, to me, that's enough as long as it does continue to rally. So I can give this a little bit more time, and I can wait for it to formulate a reversal and make higher highs and then continue to push up. But overall, that would be enough for me to feel encouraged to take the position because it's like it doesn't even pull back down to the EMA line because crude oil right now is selling off so aggressively, right? So because of that, as long as this continues to sell off, then DWT will continue to push up. So just something, right? So I keep missing my entries, me too, right? It looks like it's continuing to sell off. We'll send our alert here and see what happens, but yeah, it's a little bummy. Sometimes, the only thing it has going for it is higher highs is what you said, right? Sometimes direction is all you need, right? It's a different style of trading. I don't normally trade like this, and I don't normally try to just go with the flow for something that's aggressively pushing up because I find it to be a little bit more aggressive to understand and risky to understand where it's going to peak out at. So I understand why it might look a little different, right? There's no question that I get that. But because the market is just changing direction so quickly and we're in the very early stages of going from something that's been trending up to potentially trending down, this has a lot of margin to give off. And because of that, that's why I find DWT to be attractive. So John is off to class. John, hope you have an amazing day. Let's do great things. Let's make someone in class smile today. Yeah, you're totally right from you guys earlier. How did it play out? Yeah. Oh, sweet. Okay. So it sold off, and it looks like it bounced off the middle view up, and it's trying to bounce again, but it looks like it's almost making these lower highs. So I could actually expect this to continue to sell off. So.
Yeah, I just got into you guys.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, you got in pretty early. I mean.
Yeah, I was looking.
You got in D guys as what? Like a day trade?
Yeah.
Well, talk. Like I want to hear. Like why? What influence?
Okay, this is gonna sound stupid, probably.
No, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
It's I don't know. Whenever I look at like big picture, it's. I know you probably shouldn't with.
I mean, the reason that I said is because like you're going in for a day trade, but you're looking at big picture charts. Like especially with something so consistently selling off. The reason that to me it would have made sense is because natural gas. Natural gas, it looks like it, definitely did peak out. And I think because it pushed up so much, we have no confirmation. This is just pretty much just an idea. But because let me just show you. It pushed up, it pulled back, it pushed up, made lower highs, and it sold off. It didn't make lower highs here, and that's the only reason that I think that we might consolidate here and potentially continue to push up. But I can also see why natural gas overall throughout the day will then correct itself back down here. But that's a big jump when there's no confirmation.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to get filled on DWT.
Oh boy. We are.
Well, I'm good. I didn't get filled, so. So
I just saw it sold off. Also, like aggressively
a
sold.
lot of things sold off.
Oh yeah, you're right. From the why $1,000 challenge starts at the end of this video.
Oh my goodness! I don't know if you guys heard him. There's nothing wrong with like if you can just explain like what you did and what you originally saw.
Oh, I had a plan.
If you make a mistake and there's a break of pattern, you cut losses, you could at least talk about it and share it. Then that's all that matters. So. So how do you work around the middle VWAP with /CL above UWT is below? So yeah, I mean, the indicators are important, but again, what I'm paying most attention to right now is overall direction. That's what's most important to me right now. So it's a good thing we waited on DWT because it literally just sold off quite a bit. Weston has a plan B in his back pocket.
That's right.
I don't even know why I keep dropping those. I'm just going to cancel it. Get out of here. Okay. So one of the things that I could wait out for is for crude oil to indicate signs of a resistance. So I don't know if it's going to peak out here or anything of that sort. Do you guys kind of see what I'm going for? No? How many of you do not understand kind of what I'm looking at? So this thing was pushing up, and what I'm waiting for is for this thing to become overextended, consolidate, and then begin to sell off. And if it does that, then by this thing selling off, once it does and if it does, then that's in favor of DWT, which then I can try to buy the reversal and then write it as /sale sells off. So what price did you get in at?
I got in a pretty good deal, dude.
How many of you guys are not subscribed to Weston? How many of you guys will not subscribe to Weston? I'm serious. How many of you guys are not subscribed to Weston? I don't know if you guys care to follow up with him. Obviously, he's like a complete beginner. But one of the things that I do want to encourage you, if you guys care to kind of like follow up with his progress, is he's learning and he's literally just getting started. He's thinking about starting this $1,000 challenge. And if you guys want to check out his channel, you guys can go to my YouTube channel, click on Weston Moore, which is on the right-hand side, and you guys can see the different videos that he has. He actually has a Maserati video that hit 134,000 views, talking about like what sucks about the Maserati. So literally one of the worst cars that we ever bought. But he's also uploaded a couple videos about like his first screen day and very beginner. Oh, here we go. Very beginner-friendly type of stuff. So, all right, Weston. I appreciate you, man. I don't care what anyone says about you, dude.
I thought you were about to go against my trade, you guys, or something.
No. That'd just be harsh.
You can.
Oh, I know.
I'm up. I think.
You're up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Oh, it's pushing up. So, look, it is selling off. Natural gas is selling off. Look at that. So, it is going... It's up to you. You can, I mean, how much?
Trust me, dude. Are
you locking it in?
Yeah.
Weston, we're both up, dude. We're the green boys. That's something like...
Sell, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait. What did I do wrong? Oh, yeah. There we go. $55. Why does it do that every time?
That show that your account dropped?
I only have $55 in my account now. It always says
that's probably what you had left, so it has to refresh.
Yeah, I'll refresh. Right,
and then it will add
Look at that. What was my profit?
Log out of your little Robinhood
Yeah, let me try this.
account and then go back in.
Still saying $55. Ooh. $7 profit. That's right.
How much is that?
0.7%.
That you used up your day trade because of that?
I'm up.
Yeah. Oh, I would have just like let it be worthwhile, I guess, yeah.
Dude, I don't. my heart gets racing. I like in and out, just quick.
Okay, yeah, no, I like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, 0.7 times 3 day trades and probably one good swing.
Probably.
Yeah, because if I take 5,
I would just say is like, even if you can just take 2 trades a week, and if they can all be day trades, then just imagine that. The less trades you take, the less risk you put, like, the less positions you put yourself to be at risk. That's the way that I would think about it, because every time that you take a trade, you're putting yourself at a point where you could actually, like, give back, right? Yeah. So I just think that you need to be a little bit more selective. You did good, though.
Hey.
Got it. Because I want you to hit that 2.5%, but literally, you can hit like 5% in 1 week, right? And then,
all right, so, but that means I only need 4.2%, no, 3% left for this week.
Well, no, your goal is 2.5%, so you need like less than 2%.
Is it easy?
Yes. I have a similar issue as Weston, Ricky. How do you fix it? I don't know. I don't use Robinhood.
I get scared. I think he's talking
about what happens, what I'm thinking happens is like when you sell your order, it like takes like maybe a couple minutes or seconds for Robinhood to replenish your account with the dollar amount of your position. So it just shows the difference of whatever, like he didn't use $50 of his buying power. He had like $1,000, he used like 950 of it. And so it showed that he only had $50 left.
Yeah.
He's like, oh gosh.
I didn't set a limit. So, someone put a bid at.
Not using Robinhood. Oh, well, I don't know. If you're not using Robinhood, you have to have margin, right? So margin will automatically replenish it right away. So just make sure you take that into consideration. All right, guys. We're right around that general area, waiting for lower lows here. So again, if we get lower lows, look at the MACD, look at the RSI. In my eyes, it's looking attractive. So again, what is my goal? What is my plan? What am I waiting for? I am waiting for /CL to make lower lows to indicate signs of a sell-off. And if it does, the more /CL sells off, the more that DWT will then push up, right? And I see there to be opportunity in this, and that is why I'm watching it. And if you don't, then again, you don't have to. You tell him, Mike is telling you, he's like, that Ricky made a video talking about being comfortable with trading in your position size. You should watch that.
Yeah, mine's not.
Yeah, but it's funny though, because it's like with $1,000, like, it doesn't matter to you, right?
But it matters to me.
But he's just so on edge when it comes down to day trading that he's just like,
Yeah, if it's day trading, I will be getting out as fast as I get in.
Chris Weston is trading with what? $1,000, right?
Mm-hmm. $1,037 to be exact.
I want to follow up with the overall market. How's that doing? Ooh, I like it. One of the reminders that I want to have for everyone that's watching this right now is that, again, if the market is looking like it's selling off, then just a reminder, if you see this happening and if you see this coming for all the stocks that you have that you're invested in, just understand how that's going to affect those stock prices. So if you're okay with holding, then again, don't be affected by the sell-off. Have that in mind. But if you're going to be affected and you're going to complain and you just don't want to go through that, then do something about it, right? Here it goes. I'm up. Oh, not really, but 69 cents. Oh. Okay. I knew someone was going to say it.
I was going to laugh, but I'm not.
Yeah, come on, we're not. Here we go. Gonna most likely have to cut losses here. Again, I'm trying to keep my losses very small. So my position size is actually pretty small. I think it was like $20,000. So that's 1/5 of what I normally trade with. So keep that in mind. For all those trading with $1,000, think about this. You too. If you're uncertain, think about this. You can buy, and then sell once, and that's one day trade. So if you're uncomfortable and uncertain with the position, you can just buy, and then once you get a little bit more confirmation, buy again, and then once you have the full confirmation and it's just pushing, then you can then buy again, and that's your full position. So me buying with $20,000 is like you buying with $200. Oh, you crack me up, dude.
But if I just bought, when as it goes up, my average price would be.
But the idea is not to have the lowest average purchase price. The idea is to make sure that the margin of profit is worth it and that you feel comfortable as you're in that position.
Oh, dude. Day trading, I don't think I'll ever be comfortable. I'm not that guy. I'm an in and out kind of guy.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, to each their own, right?
I mean, maybe. But swing trading? Nah. I got that.
No, so swing trading, no, I get it, right?
12:30 comes, hey, can't do anything till the next day. Why worry about it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, yeah. American Airlines hit the low.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it's selling off.
All American.
Yo, dude, my trader app just is not working. Whoa!
What? What happened? It sold?
I was focused on averaging up, and I actually sold my position. I am such... Oh my goodness. Thank you, Weston. That's all your fault.
You're welcome.
Kidding. I'm getting distracted, and yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to me. I'm done day trading. Looking for the swing now.
Wow. I was like, why is my trader app telling me that I'm only up $67? I was like, there is no way. My average purchase price was at, what, 75. Where did I sell at? Where I meant to buy more. Oh my goodness. So I meant to buy more at 77. So hey, I guess I didn't sell it for a profit. I mean, or for a loss, right? That's a way to look at it. But wow. We need merch that says I'm an in and out type of guy.
It's a good one.
No, Weston. No.
Alright.
Oh my god. Yeah. There's no excuse. Just that. Wow. I am such an idiot, dude. Yeah, I'm not going to get in because now I'm just going to be chasing it. And yeah. Wow, that was a bummy mistake. So what I meant to do, guys, is you guys saw when I got in, right? It was indicating signs of an uptrend. I meant to buy I thought I bought like 5,000 or 8,000 shares, putting me at about like $80,000 invested. My average purchase price would have been like, let's say it was even $677, which would have been less, but let's say it was that. With the way that it pushed up, I should have been up, not much, like $500, but still the idea is there, right? The principle is there. Yeah. It's pulling back now. So again, if the opportunity presents itself, I can consider it again. That was just a very bummy trade because I knew I would have locked in profits, and it would have been nice to have been up $500 instead of 67. But yeah, 1/3. Wait, there it goes. So forward slash CL is definitely indicating signs of lower lows and lower highs. So I can definitely see why DGAS can then push up and natural gas ultimately can sell off after it breaks below that. So we still need to wait for confirmation. Making lower lows and lower highs on the overall market. This is forward slash NQ, which is the NASDAQ, forward slash ES, which is the overall S&P 500. So again, let's keep it simple. So Ricky, I want to thank you so much. I've been green for 4 weeks now, and it wasn't.
That's cool.
Wow, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate the kind words, but at the end of the day, it's your actions, right, that speak louder than your hopes and your desires. So I think that you're just doing something that maybe a lot of people are ignoring, and it sounds like you're saying your mindset while trading to help me. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, I'm here to spark their interest, but at the end of the day, it's your actions that are really leading to your success. So happy to have you as a part of the team. So yeah, forward slash CL, there it goes. It's beginning to push up. Forward slash GC, beginning to recover. So again, think about this. If the market, let's keep it super simple. Let's say that you don't like to focus on the overall market and stuff like that, but if you see the market to begin to sell off and then you see gold to begin to push up, then hey, maybe paying attention to something like JNUG would not be the worst idea. Maybe, if you see there to be a clear direction. DWT pushing right back up. There it goes. 681, 682. Look at that. Nice rejection. Looks like we're about to make lower lows here. We're making forward slash yellow showing signs of a descending pattern for sure. Here it goes, right? There's lower lows and lower highs. You can probably get a sell off all the way down to 54.60. There it goes. Alrighty, team. Well, I'm going to close out my live stream here. Looks like I made a couple of mistakes. Congrats to Weston and having that successful trade.
That's right.
Yeah, but forward slash NQ and forward slash ES, again, are showing signs of a sell-off. So just please keep that in mind. DWT is indicating signs of an uptrend as forward slash CL continues to sell off. Let's just remind ourselves, like, you guys might be asking, Ricky, why aren't you taking a position right now? Literally, if this actually begins to fully sell off, think about it. We have so much time. And that's all I'm here to remind you. I've one goal for today. Still stick to the very basics, right? Manage that risk, allow the opportunity to present itself, be patient, wait for confirmation, all that good stuff, right? You still need to stick to your foundation. But one of the things that I want to remind you is that if you're just so eager to take a position in the very beginning of the day, I just want to remind you that if you're so certain that the overall market, if this is all going to sell off, hey, you have time. You have time to allow that to present itself. Take a deep breath, have some brunch, have some breakfast, and feel comfortable. Feel comfortable with the direction, feel comfortable with the margin of profit, and just feel comfortable with the trade. If you don't, then guess what? The market's inconsistent, and the best thing that you can do is not take a position to put yourself that can actually, not hold you back, but like set you back, right? You want to put yourself in a position for success, not put yourself in a position that's going to set you back. So just keep that in mind. So Ricky, what is your P&L on the day? I don't want to make you guys jealous. Boom! $67.59. Honestly, it was one of my, I don't want to say worst trades. I just made a mistake in selling profits and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's not much I can say other than I meant to add to my position size, but then I sold. So, hey, pay attention. I was so focused on potentially cutting losses. You guys saw that, right? When forward slash CL was consolidating, I was so focused. So,
how will you swing trade for the 1K challenge?
I like that, Oscar. Mike, I guess you're just going to have to follow him. You're just going to have to follow his channel to check.
I'll tell you my plan in this video that I'm going to have uploaded by probably like 5 p.m.
Okay, 5 p.m.?
Yep.
All right.
Because I'm gonna edit it and stuff, and it'll probably be more.
Yeah, Weston takes forever to edit his videos. So thank you guys again so much for your time. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this live trading session. Again, continue working hard, continue following dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. Make someone smile today, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.